Hello, 8th grade. Welcome to today's lesson. I hope you are doing well. Maybe today is the last day of lockdown. Maybe. I hope you are studying and spending your time wisely. This is in English. Something we say in English is spending time wisely. Now, spending is a verb we use with money, of course. I spend $10. I spent $2 for this pencil. But we have another use for spending. We can also talk about spending time. Time. So I hope you are spending time wisely. Wisely. You have a lot of time because of lockdown. So I can say, spend time wisely. So, free English sentence for you. Today we have live class at 2 o'clock. I hope you come. Try to come. When we get back to school, we will have lots of tests, so you need to be ready. Today we are in Unit 7, Lesson 4. Let's begin. Page 86. This is what it looks like. This lesson is about animals in danger. This says, animals in danger. Repeat after me. Animals in danger. What does this mean? It's a short way of saying animals are in danger of dying. Animals are in danger of dying. There are some animals in the world. Many people have shot them, killed them, and there are no more. Let's look at this section. This is about the white rhino. This is the white rhino. Read after me. Animals in danger. What have we done? What must we do? Remember, if we use what have we done, that's have is talking about the past and the present. What have we done? What must we do? Must is like lazima, important. What must we do? Let's read this section together. I will read and you repeat. Today in YTV Mag, we look at some animals in danger and what we must do to save them. I read, you repeat. Recently, people have threatened the future of many kinds of animals. Life has become difficult or impossible for many species. When wild animals compete with people for land, the animals lose. Let's look at this section. So recently is a time word. It means not long ago. Not long ago. It says life has become difficult and impossible. Difficult and impossible. They mean the same. Very hard. Difficult. Impossible. It says when wild animals compete. What is this word, compete? Compete means to both want something and fight for it. For example, if you play a game like Fortnite with your friends, you compete to win. You all want to win. You compete. Repeat after me, compete. Good. But it says when wild animals compete with people, they both want to live, the animals always lose. When animals and people compete, animals lose because people have guns, people have more technology. People are different than animals. So people win. People are different than animals. So they are, when God created us, He created people different than animals. He created people to think more like Him, to act more like Him. But if people kill all the animals, that is not something that God is pleased with. So it is sad that some animals are in danger because people are not pleasing God and they are killing all the animals. Okay, let's continue. We'll start here. Repeat after me. What have we done? We have cut down forests and made farms. Fewer trees mean fewer animals. We have hunted animals for their skins or horns. We have built roads and towns in places where wild animals live. We have polluted the environment. Maybe it isn't too late, but we must do something now. Tomorrow will be too late. This is interesting. Maybe it isn't too late. This means maybe it isn't too late to save animals in danger. But we must do something now. Now, today. Why? Tomorrow, in the future, will be too late. This means too late, like if we wait till tomorrow, the animals will be gone. We need to do something now. This is a description of what humans have done that have hurt some animals. These are not all bad things, but sometimes they hurt too many animals, or they aren't done wisely. Pause the video and read this section about white rhinos. It gives many facts about white rhinos, how big they are, what they do, what they eat. Read this to yourself. Okay, now I will read it and you listen and follow with your eyes. White rhinos. Since 1975, the number of rhinos in the world has gone down by 85%. The largest kind of rhino is the white rhino, which lives in Africa. Rhinos eat grass, and they have got wide, square mouths like cows. They live together in groups of 5 to 10, called herds. After the baby rhino, called a calf, is born, it stays with its mother for about 4 years. Rhinos are big. They're 160 to 185 centimeters tall and 370 and 400 to 405 centimeters long. And they're heavy. They weigh up to 2,722 kilos. An unusual thing about the rhino is that it can turn its ears to hear sounds from any direction. Now this section. Poachers kill rhinos for their horns. A rhino's horn can sell for $40,000. Poachers have hunted and killed thousands of white rhinos, but 5,000 still live in wildlife reserves in South Africa and Zimbabwe. In some African countries, men with guns protect white rhinos. Don't shoot, protect. We must protect rhinos now while there are still some left. Practice reading this to yourself again, and then we will complete these questions. This is in section 1, reading. Number 1, I say, you repeat. When you threaten someone or something, you are likely to harm them. Number 2, how many different kinds of animals are there in the world? There must be hundreds of thousands of. What word goes here? Hundreds of thousands of animals. If you want, pause the video and answer these, and then you can see if you are correct. Number 3, A is a place where we grow food or keep animals. Where do we grow food or keep animals? Where? A farm. My family lives on a farm. We have animals and grow food. Do you live on a farm? Number 4, my is the outside of my body. This is hard. Think about what is around you. What is around you? It's your town, your house, your things, your country. All of this can be called environment. Environment. Say that after me. Environment. I think it has 4 syllables. Environment. We can say my environment, is the town. We could say the rhino's environment is trees and grass. A fish's environment is the ocean, water. My environment is the outside of my body. Number 5, white rhinos live in where? Which country? Kurdistan? No, white rhinos live in Africa. They eat, what do white rhinos eat? Grass. And live in small groups called, look at your book, it's right here. Second paragraph, they live in groups called herds. They live in groups called herds. A baby rhino is called a, look at your book, a calf, and lives with its mother for years. How many years does a calf live with its mother? It stays with its mother for about 4 years. Poachers kill rhinos for their, what do rhinos kill? What do poachers kill rhinos for? In the purple here it says, poachers kill rhinos for their horns. Their horns. Men with guns, many of them kill, but in some countries, men with guns protect rhinos. Men with guns protect rhinos in some countries. It says this here, the very end, that in some African countries, men with guns protect white rhinos. Let's read this last one together. White rhinos live in Africa. They eat grass and live in small groups called herds. A baby rhino is called a calf and lives with its mother for 4 years. Poachers kill rhinos for their horns. Men with guns protect rhinos in some countries. Review this information and then close your book. I will ask these questions. Don't look at your book. See if you know all of these answers. First, where do they live? Where do rhinos live? You can speak to answer me. Where do they live? If you said Africa, you are right. How do they live? Maybe we could ask, what do they eat to live? That's better. What do they eat to live? They eat grass. If you said grass, you got it. What is some information about the young ones? What about the young ones? What are they called? Calves. And how long do they live with their mother? 4 years. If you said 4, you're right. Ooh, how big are they? I don't even remember. How big are they? Well, in the book, it says 160 to 185 cm tall, very heavy, very long. They're very big animals. Number 5. Is there anything unusual about them, specifically their ears? They can turn their ears any direction. That's crazy. Look at the picture. Here are their ears, here and here. We can turn their ears any direction. Humans cannot. Why are rhinos in danger? Because of men who shoot them. What do the men shoot them for? Their horn. Men shoot them for their horns. Their horns are valuable. Valuable. They cost a lot of money. And finally, what must we do? If you said protect them, you are right. What must we do? Protect them. We must care for the animals that God gave us. Okay, let's move on to page 87. We will skip this. This is a section about pandas. It tells us where they live, how they live, which when we say how they live, it's what they eat. What about young ones? How big are they? Is there anything unusual about them? Why they're in danger? And what we must do. Pause the video and read this section about pandas. After reading it, let's answer some questions about pandas. First, let's create 3 questions and 3 answers. So here are my examples. Number 1, what must we do about pandas? Well, look at the book. In the book it says, stop poaching, protect bamboo. Stop poaching or capturing and protect bamboo. Bamboo is what they eat. So what must we do? Stop poaching pandas. Here's my answer. My next question, why are pandas in danger? Why are they in danger? Here it says, there are fewer than 1,000 pandas left. They are hunted by poachers for hundreds of years. So my answer could be they are hunted. People hunt for them and kill them. Now it's your turn. Create 3 questions and 3 answers. So to create a question, look here, pick one of these questions. For example, where do they live? This is your question. Then answer your question. When you answer the question, start with the subject, they. Next, the verb, live. They live, we could say, in China, or in the mountains of China. Repeat after me. Where do they live? They live in China. So it's easy. Just create 3 questions and 3 answers. Remember, when you're asking the question, you put the question word, verb, and then subject verb. Where do they live? What do they eat? For example, what do they eat? Where, Kengi, do they live? What do they eat? And then to answer it, you start with the subject. You don't use where, you start with the subject, the verb, and then like the preposition. So in Kurdish, in many sentences, you will say they in China live. This is how you put words in Kurdish. And this is correct in Kurdish. You have the subject, object, verb. But in English, we always put the verb after the subject. I'm sure you have seen that. So instead of saying, I food eat, we say, I eat food. This is something you will need to memorize. In Kurdish, you say subject, object, verb. But in English, we say subject, verb, object. So we will review this more next week as well. Create 3 questions and 3 answers about panda bears. Here are some ways to help you study. This says revising vocabulary. Make your own vocabulary revision test. Look back through the book and make a list of new words you have learned. On another piece of paper, write sentences, 1 sentence using each new word, but not in the same order as the words in the list, and leave a space instead of writing the word. So this is something you can do with another student, but now that you are alone at home, look back in your book. Find new words you have learned. Create sentences with them. You don't have to, but this is good for you to do to study for the test. So here we have English fact file. I will read, you listen and follow with your eyes. English fact file. Languages in danger. Now more and more people speak English. What is going to happen to the other languages in the world? In 1966, there were 6,703 languages in the world. Scientists think that by the end of the 21st century, 50% of these will be dead, and another 40% will be in danger. What must we do? Use English for international communication, but protect our own languages at home. More and more people speak English. It's very, very important in our world to speak English. You can make a big difference if you speak English. You can go to university in another country if you speak English. But your own language is also very important and beautiful and good. So this fact file says, what must we do? Here it is. Protect our own languages at home. Yes, use English, but also protect our own languages at home. For homework, create the 3 questions and answers, and you can also use your activity book, parts 1, 2, and 3, pages 70 and 71. So it's Unit 7, Lesson 4, Animals in Danger. Parts 1, 2, and 3. In Part 1, you can read this story, put the correct words in the spaces. This is all about sharks. Part 2, answer these questions about sharks from this story. This is good for you to practice for when you are in high school or college. You will need to do this. Then you will write a paragraph about the shark. So you will learn all about sharks. In number 3, put these letters in the correct order. All of these are names of animals. Try to find which animal these letters are for and write. This will be fun for you. Send me your homework on WhatsApp. Join us for the live class later today at 2 o'clock and every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock. We are almost done with your book. If you are struggling with anything, bring your questions today. Review verb tenses. These are important. Remember yesterday's video? We talked about present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, and present perfect. So review those so that you know them. Remember they are on page 85 of your book. And I will see you later today. Remember the English phrase, spend your time wisely. Thank you for joining. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.